Thanks. Welcome to the channel, guys. This is the Engwe M20, and we are super excited to get this bike unboxed and get it on the road. It's got dual batteries. What else does it have? Dual suspension, fat tires, and it only costs $1,400. We're gonna unbox it, assemble it, and get it on the road and tell you guys how it is. Okay, Alex is getting my tools. Let's see what we got in here. First thing we always do when we got an e-bike is we find the batteries as quick as we can so we can get them charging so we can get out on a ride, because that's the most important thing is riding this baby. I would imagine this is the charger. Check it out. Still warm from when I plugged it in to charge a minute ago to do this review. So I know that it works, so that's perfect. Get it out of the way. We got our pedals here. We'll use those in a second. Okay, Alex is gonna help me here.
Ready? We're just gonna lift it out, try to keep it in one piece, put it on the stand.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Ready? Let's slide the box to the side a little bit.
Hopefully the bike's okay. It had a nice fall.
1, 2, 3. Oh. Time to cut some zip ties. We got the Engwe M20 all assembled. Wasn't too bad. You guys saw that time lapse. Definitely took a little bit of work, but this is what we're left with. We got our dual batteries here, 13 amp hour on both with a combined 26 amp hour, 48 volts. You can charge these individually. They've got on-off switches. They even have a little USB outlet that you could charge your phone with, which is pretty sweet. You've got a little battery light sequence here to know how charged you are on the individual batteries. And you can also look at on your display to see your range and all that. We'll turn that on in a second. We have our dual suspension front with also compression adjust, which is super nice on a bike of this price point. We have our rear shock, which it's not the most amazing shock, but it does dampen your ride a little bit, makes it feel a little bit smoother. We've got 7-speed shifting here for the rear derailleur. We've got our 750 watt rear hub motor that peaks up to 1,000 watts. You can get this bike up to a top speed of 28 miles an hour. Now, you can also do throttle or pedal assist. So we've got a nice motorcycle style twist throttle, or you can pedal the bike and it will add power depending on which mode you're in. You can go up to 5 different riding modes, and that's pretty awesome. Here you go.
Oh, you know what they say, wood don't grow on trees.
Come on, sir. Keep going here. Good job, Annie. All right, back to the video. Okay, let's fire this baby up and let's see what kind of modes we got. Okay, our on-screen power on modes right here. Okay, look at that. We've got our battery, miles per hour. In this case, it's in kilometers an hour. We'll figure out if we can switch that. This is our modes. So you can go up from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like I said. And then you've got your trip, so you can see how far you've gone on your ride. Right here we have our lights, which is a pretty nice feature. Check this out. So you've got lights that also have 2 different modes. You can go brighter or dimmer. That is gonna really help hot out at night.
Also
oh, your tail light? Yep,
right,
and we have a brake light. So you pull on that brake, it's gonna light up. We got a horn. It's actually a pretty loud horn. I'm pretty impressed by that. We have standard brakes here. They are a disc brake. They are cable actuated. They are not hydraulic. Nice fenders that are gonna protect you from the wet roads if you get caught out in the rain. Same in the rear here. Now, I think it's time to ride it, you guys. Let's head out on the road. Let's see what kind of range we can get out of these batteries. Check that top speed. They quote the range at about 35 miles if you're using throttle only, or up to about 47 miles if you're using the pedal assist feature in the lower power mode. Now that is for the single battery, and they say you can expect to get about double those numbers with both. I would take that with a grain of salt. You're probably not gonna get double, but you are gonna get probably some pretty fantastic range with a dual battery setup on this baby. So let's hop on it, go for a ride. as we're heading out on this ride, if you guys are interested in this bike, we'll have a link down in the video description to go and purchase it. And the price point is at $1,450, which honestly I think is a great value for what you're getting here. With the little bit of time I've spent on it, it feels very sturdy, feels very supportive. Even at 6'3" in my height, I'm very comfortable on this bike. I'm still able to pedal it. A lot of other bikes in this price range and this size, I haven't felt comfortable doing that. It's just I'm just too tall, and that's fine. But I actually really like this bike and I'm pretty impressed with it. So let's carry on with our ride and get into some more of the features. All right, you guys, we are out on the Engwe M20. We got our dual battery set up. We're gonna go give it a little bit of a ride, check out the shifting, check out the throttle, see if it's got any torque, and just have a good time. Let's turn right here. Let's check our climbing ability here. Okay, doing all right. Got a nice little pedal going. Try out our shifting. It's a little easier there. Shift it down. We're gonna speed up a bit. All right. Check our horn. Nice. We got our light on, so we're safe. All right, we're doing pretty good. Just gonna hold the throttle here. It says we're doing 27 kilometers an hour. It's a little lower than I was expecting, but I'd imagine once we get to some actual flat ground, our speed will increase. 31. So far, it feels good to ride. Feels planted, it feels sturdy. Check our suspension. Not too bad. The fork feels really nice, actually. The rear shock is more for just kind of taking the edge off. It's not super plush. There's not very much travel, but it is definitely nice to have. Okay, it's time for a little top speed run. I've got my GPS cycling computer here in miles an hour, so let's see what we can get to. There's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, let's see if we can get that magic 28 miles an hour. Come on. Okay, the most I saw was 26 miles an hour on GPS. We're hitting 41 kilometers an hour on the display. I weigh about 185 pounds for reference. I think if someone was a little bit lighter rider, you could get that 28 miles an hour all day long. I'm also a big, tall guy, so I got a lot of air slowing me down. I'm 6'3". Speaking of that, even at 6'3", I actually fit just fine on this bike. Feels really steady at speed. We're doing 46 kilometers an hour is what it's telling me. I'm sure we're well into the 30 mile an hours for sure. Feels great. Suspension. Let's check the brakes. The brakes work. All right, I just dropped him. I can't quite skid the tires at speed, but the brakes definitely do work well. Nice.
All right, I'm gonna take a turn. We're gonna durability test the suspension, see if it can hold up against a curb and some potholes. Let's go. Okay, let's find a curb to test this suspension on. So far, the front feels pretty dang good, but the back is a little stiff. Riding on the sidewalk. Okay, jumping the curb. Okay, I think that it was a little rough in the back, but I think it held up just fine. That was actually not too bad. Suspension in the front feels pretty springy. I like that you can adjust the compression right here. And for a bike that's priced at about $1,400, I'd say that's pretty nice. It weighs about 104 pounds. Keep in mind that's with both batteries, and just the frame weighs 84 pounds. Okay, I'm switching to only pedal assist mode. They have a quoted range of 47 miles per hour with just the pedal assist mode and 35 miles with just the throttle mode. I think that's pretty dang good range for a bike of this price. Using the pedals, it gets you up to top speed pretty quick, and you can just adjust through mode 1 through 5, just where that power kicks in and how fast it's gonna go. I'm a fan of how the throttle kicks in and how the pedal assist kicks in. I feel like it's very smooth compared to some other bikes that we've tried. Okay, gonna hit one more curve just for good measure. Definitely bumpy. On some of their videos online, it looks like this headlight is pretty bright, and that's a really good thing because a lot of these bikes don't come with a very decent headlight. Okay, let's head back to the house and wrap it up.
We made it back from our first ride on the Engwe M20. Why are you laughing? We're trying to do the outro here, okay? Me and Alex spent a good amount of time on this bike. Alex, get back in here. Guys, he doesn't want to make this video for you, but I'm making him because at the end of the day, he's going to feel good about it. This is the Engwe. Okay. This is the Engwe M20. If you're interested in this bike, I'm actually really impressed with it. I think for the $1,450 price point, you're getting a heck of a bike. Dual batteries on there. We rode about 8 miles on that ride to film that video, and we still got a lot of battery left. We're still showing 4 out of 5 bars. So awesome bike so far. Check that link in our description if you want to pick one up. Even Alex had a good time.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up. Thanks, Lance, for taking this video. Just being such a good Talaria boy, the only guy that talks mostly.
I'm glad that bike didn't hit me on the way down to earth here, but I am glad it made it safe. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next video. See ya.